Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video I'll be doing a little bit of a different video, and it's gonna be on a certain bullet that I've been hunting with last year during hunting season, and it is going to be on the Winchester Deer Season XP bullets. This box chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, but I'm just talking about the whole bullet and all the construction and issues overall. So so here's the whole dress. So like I said, 6.5 Creedmoor. Just doing a basic video kind of on the ammo itself, but yeah, just uses a large rifle primer, nothing special at all. Has a flat base polymer tip, as you can see here, which the XP means extreme point, which they call the bullet. But yeah, so I'm pretty much talking about this bullet because there's been a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's been a particular problem on the specific bullet, and that problem is being that occasionally people have had problems with shooting deer, black bear, or whatever with this bullet, where they shoot the animal, they see the impact, they feel like it's a good shot, then they walk up and there's like barely any blood, if any blood, and just hair and sometimes bone, pieces of bone as well. So that's definitely not what you want for a good hunting bullet, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So I'm going to talk about the construction of the bullet itself. So like I said, it has a polymer tip, as you see here, that helps with bullet coefficient, wind drift, velocity, but it also helps with penetration and bullet expansion as well, especially at range. And it also has a streamlined ballistic profile, like I said, for good bullet trajectory, and also for good energy retention on impact as well. And also has a taper jacket, just regular copper plated bullet jacket, just a regular conventional hunting jacket. And last but definitely not least, it has an alloyed lead core for maximum energy and transfer. And cup and core bullets, they've been around since way back in the 40s and 50s. So pretty much interlock bullets have this, nozzler partition bullets have this. The cores inside the bullet, and that's what pretty much helps the bullet expand, the cup and core. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic overall bullet construction of the Deer Season XP bullets from Winchester. So on the back of the box, seems like a good bullet. I mean, it's just your regular hunting bullet. Has a polymer tip for better bullet trajectory. English is hard. And that's pretty much it. But there's been some reviews out there saying that these bullets are bad for shorter range, like within 150, 100 yards. The bullet just doesn't expand on deer or anything like that, which I'll put my own input on that issue here in a second. But yeah, I mean, something like this should be able to kill deer, within 150 yards. Like I said, it's just your traditional bullet construction, just with a more modernized bullet tip. But yeah, so there's a lot of science and bullet English construction There's also a lot of, I guess, common sense, in bullet construction as well. But, yeah, so I'll talk about my own experiences with this, specific bullet and ammo. So, yeah. So, like I said, I've only been using this since last October, at the beginning of, early doe season here in West Virginia. But, yeah, I mean, first day, thought I'd go out to the farm. There's a bunch of deer out there that time of year, pre-rut, bunch of deer. So I went out there in the morning, before the same sun came up, and pretty much, around 7 o'clock ish, there's a herd of does that came up in the field that I was looking, over, and I was on top of a hill. The field was pretty much like straight across from me. A little bit angle went down in, but not much at all. But so yeah, there's deer that came from a big field that is also on the farm to the smaller field that I was looking over, and they came up, on top of the field. I let them walk in a little bit toward my direction, and pretty much ranged it. There was the biggest doe in that herd, which live weight was about 150, 175 yards, which, I mean, for around here, the valley whitetails are a little bit lighter than the ones up in the mountain here in West Virginia. But yeah, I mean, about 150, 175-ish pounds. Wasn't a mature doe, but it was at least 2 years old. But I decided to drop the hammer down on her with a 6.5 Creedmoor, which I'll share a picture right here of that doe that I got. So I ranged it about 195 yards. Got the bullet down on the ground, got ready, and pretty much pulled the trigger. She was at a slight walk, but I yelled to get her to stop, and yeah, it was pretty much after that, it was pretty much history. But yeah, so about 200 yards, saw the impact on her. She was hit pretty hard. Went up to where I shot her at. There was blood in some places. She didn't really stop bleeding any. It was just like, about medium-sized blood specks, that kept going on the ground. And within about 40 to 50 yards, there she was laying on the ground dead already. So, I was pretty happy with that. That was the first kill that I've ever gotten with both the 6.5 Creedmoor and this factory ammo. And the last kill that I've gotten with that was on a smaller 5-point whitetail buck that was also at the farm during general firearms season here in West Virginia. Shot was 350 yards. Probably shouldn't have took the shot. I saw this buck on the edge of the field laid with a doe, and I watched him for about 3 hours because I kept track. I spotted the buck at 8, and I kind of went around so he wouldn't, catch my scent or see me or anything like that, and walked over this low hill on the edge of the field that he was on, and yeah, so I spotted him at 11 or 8 o'clock, shot him about 11:15, so pretty much 3 hours, but that I saw him. But he was laying down. He wouldn't get up because, well, it's windy. He did get up once, but that was only for like a solid 45 seconds, and he wouldn't really sit still. He wouldn't give me a good broadside shot either, so I thought, I'd just wait a little bit longer. I had all day to be out there, so he laid back down. So I sat there for about 45 minutes contemplating on whether I should, take the shot or not. 350 yards on a deer that's bedded down, not a good shot at all. But anyhow, yeah. So I thought about it. Then I figured, you know what, first buck of the year, only buck of 2022, by the way, and I thought, you know what, I feel pretty confident. I know the limits of myself and my setup as well, so I pretty much got steady, took the shot him in the middle of the neck, which I'll put a picture here. You can't really see the bullet hole because the fur was laid down over it, but that was the entry wound side. But anyhow, yeah, he went down immediately. Heart was pumping, as it should have been. I'll never take a shot like that ever again. But went up to him, he was lights out. So that's pretty good. Felt pretty happy for myself, but also kind of disappointed in myself as well, because that shot was not ideal at all. But anyhow, yeah, luckily he went down, and yeah, that's been the last harvest that I've gotten with this bullet and ammo. But so one shot 200, the other shot 350, with one shot being in the lungs, quartering away from me a little bit on that doe. By the way, that shot went through her right shoulder and went out right behind her left shoulder. So, one shoulder ruined. I'm not too worried about it. I don't like hitting the shoulder, but, it is what it is. But, yeah, so, I feel pretty happy, overall with this ammo. 125 grains, it's not really, it's like the medium ammo weight for the 6.5 millimeter caliber's 26 caliber. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, my results are pretty good. The expansion was good on both the doe and the buck, but I never had any other deer under 200 yards. I have shot ballistic gel once at 100 yards with the same setup, same ammo, everything, when I was sighting it in last fall before early doe season here, and bull expansion was pretty good at 100 yards. I was pretty comfortable with taking a deer with this bullet at 100 yards. Didn't try anything below 100 yards though, ballistic gel or animal wise, which that is where I was getting toward with all this rambling. But pretty much a lot of people have had bad luck with this ammo on deer, whitetail, pronghorn, anything like that. When you mule deer under 100 yards, 50 yards, 75 yards, and they shoot that animal, feel pretty good about the shot, walk up and there's like little blood, and they don't retrieve the animal, which you don't want. And first thing that people blame about is the bullet, which I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, it's one or two things, it's either the shooter or the bullet construction. And a lot of people don't really I guess blame themselves. A lot of people are confident that the bullet didn't kill it. It wasn't them that killed it. But anyhow, their Winchester really hasn't said anything about minimum range that you should shoot the XP bullets at. They also make the deer season XP and stuff like 243, 223, 270, 30-06, 308, 7mm08, a bunch of different rounds out there for hunting in this ammo. But anyhow, yeah, it's not just 6.5 Creedmoor that people have been talking about with this issue. I mean, like I said, 270, 308 cartridges like that, they've had pretty crappy results with, especially at shorter ranges like 75, 50, stuff like that. But I mean, polymer tips are for more like the, the 150 to sometimes 1,000, whether, what your load is and how much energy your bullet has at 1,000 or whatever. But they aren't made for shorter ranges. These are also, specifically for deer. I mean, it says right there, deer season. I don't know if I'd trust it on black bear, eastern black bear at least. I wouldn't trust this bullet on elk. It's not that, it's heavy enough. I mean, in my opinion, it is. There's people that shoot elk with 100 grain 243 bullets out west all the time, every year. But, I think the bullet construction just makes it more of like a deer-specific rifle round, I guess, or rifle ammo. But yeah, I mean, other bullet manufacturers like Hornady on their EODX bullets have said, these bullets are good, 50 yards at a very minimum, because of bullet expansion, bullet flight, if you shoot, below 50 yards or whatever with EODX bullets, you're not going to get any, expansion, like, at all. You'll get good penetration, but, I mean, the bullet's just going to go right through. It's not going to expand at all because it doesn't have time to, at those shorter ranges. And velocity has a big part in that as well. But, yeah, I mean, for shorter range, I wouldn't use these bullets if you're using, like, a 243 or something like that, where you'll be making shots, anywhere from point blank, 25 yards out to, whatever range you want to shoot these at. If you're using them for, short range, I wouldn't go with these. I think these are more of like a medium to long range deer bullet, in my opinion. I mean, short range bullets, there's great options out there. I mean, round nose, flat nose, hollow point, even semi-soft point is a really good short to medium range bullet type. But I mean, in my opinion, I love this bullet. It's great on whitetails in my experience, but that's at range. Below 100 yards or 75 yards, I don't know if I trust these bullets specifically. Some people will. Like I said, these bullets have gotten very mixed reviews, both good and bad. But this review's kind of good, I guess. Speaking for the bullet, other than, it's not a good short range bullet in my opinion. There's definitely better options out there, bullet construction wise. And like I said, I mean, it's a deer bullet. It's not supposed to be used on black bear or elk or anything like that. I only have 12 more of these, and then I'm done with these bullets, so I figured I'd make a video for you guys in case if any of you are looking for a good polymer tip factory load. These ones are really good in my opinion. If you're shooting over, 100 yards on a, regular scenario, these are really good. But like I said, for those shorter ranges, I'd say it's a no-go for this bullet. But, after I get these done, I like the casings. Winchester, just like all the other manufacturers out there, load these 6.5 Creedmoor shells hot. It says here at the muzzle, they shoot at 2850 feet per second. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I don't know if you guys can see that good or not, but 2850 feet per second from a 125 grain 6.5 Creedmoor. That's like around max load, which, you know, I mean, isn't bad, but yeah, I mean, the casings, I like the casings, Winchester casings, I've had great experiences with, but the bullet that I'll be reloading with, spoiler by the way, for 6.5 Creedmoor will be the Hornady ELDX bullets. I just think they're like a perfect match for 6.5 Creedmoor. You know, 143 grains, that's like the heaviest, well, not the heaviest, it's one of the heaviest bullets that you can get in 6.5 millimeter caliber out there, with the heaviest being like 160 soft points around nose. But you know, my 6.5 Creedmoor is going to be my medium to long range deer and big game rifle, so I definitely want something that's that has flatter trajectory and better long range performance and expansion as well with the weight. But yeah, that was kind of my, you know, long-winded video on the Winchester Deer Season XP bullets. Like I said, I mean, it's a great deer bullet. I wouldn't use it for anything other than deer, maybe eastern black bear, but that's pretty much going to be it. Outside of the deer species, you know, whitetail mule deer, I think it's a good round to have, or bullet to have rather. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a good medium to long range bullet. I wouldn't shoot it at anything under 150, 75 yards just because the bullet probably won't expand. But, you know, if you're not too sure about the bullet still, or the ammo, you know, you're just going to have to do some research, maybe buy a box of these, just to test it out for yourself, do some research, look around at other people's videos, see their input on it. Like I said, I love the bullet for whitetails. If you're shooting, you know, like I said, over 100, 150 yards, it's a great bullet to have. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to be on the Winchester Deer Season XP bullets. If you're still sticking around this video, I appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. And also feel free to join the Discord server as well. Always looking for new people to talk to in there. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So, yeah. That's all I got. See you guys in the next video.